First, there was SNES Quest, and then there was SNES Quest, and now, 2015, SNES Quest?
Cup of tea. I'm drinking a cup of tea. It's not often you'll see me drinking a cup of tea, is it? So I'll drink this cup of tea. So I can now drink my iron brew. Yes. Right folks, how's it going? Welcome back to another Super Fami-Quest episode. That's what it's called. And somebody suggested that in one of the previous videos, or after the first video, but I can't remember who it was. But I'm not gonna. I used to collected PAL games, changed, collected NTSC, got a lot of them, changed, got rid. Now I'm collecting boxed Super Famicom games for the Super Famicom. And I did say I was going to take it quite nice and slowly, which is what I'm doing. I think the first episode I showed Mother 2 and a ridiculously good condition Super Metroid. I was just looking up on the shelf up there. Sorry, I've got a very itchy spot or something. So in this episode I've got another two great games, two all-time classic games, two must-own games in my opinion for the Super Nintendo or the Super Famicom, whatever way you want to go about and say it. But yeah, two great games that I'm really glad to have. And they're both in reasonable condition as well. Quite hard to find really good condition of both of these games, funnily enough, but it was at the point when I was looking to buy it. Them, not it. So the first game in this week's episode is, actually I've done a Games Master fan commentary of this recently, and they called it something 3, the game title 3, because it's the third in the series. And I've never heard of it be called blah 3 or referred to as something 3, the third. It'll make sense in a minute. But anyway, the first game is, like I say, absolute classic. Best game of all time, very much up there anyway for me, but it is Zelda. So this is Zelda Link to the Past. I get confused now because the 3DS one is a Link Between Worlds, but this is Link to the Past. It's pretty cool. I think it's called something else in Japan, but really due to my lack of Japan speaking capabilities, sorry, I'm just looking at it to make sure it's not glaring, I do not know, but yep, it's in fairly decent condition as you can see. I love the Japanese boxes. They are so funky. And you can see there, look at all that cool artwork. It's probably not in focus because I have the autofocus off, but just so it doesn't go mad. But look at that, there's backwards pointing Link, and there's Princess Zelda, and some Japanese writing. But it's cool. I like that box a lot actually. Manual is in pretty decent condition for it as well. There you go. And oh look, it's got the map in the manual as well. Hopefully you can see that without glare. It's like basically telling you the story. This is. Oh, it is telling you a story. Look, story time with Link. Oh my god! And then it's a massive instruction book actually. It goes in it, massive depth by the looks of it. You can see there. There you go. Look. Just goes on and on. Big instruction book with lots of information in there. Cartridge itself is in decent condition, as you can see there. I know the autofocus isn't on, it's for the best, but it's in good nick as well. And you've got the nice little Japanese Super Famicom little plastic trays, which I quite like actually. I like them a little bit more than the cardboard ones that we got over here. This is an amazing game. I want to play this game through again at some point very soon. I don't know if I ever completed it. I think I got to the very end, and I've got no idea why I didn't complete it, if I didn't complete it, but I certainly don't remember completing it. I don't remember the end of the game at all, whereas I do remember the end of Link's Awakening on the Game Boy, because I definitely completed that, and that was obviously considerably a little bit earlier than when this game was released. And you'd think if I'd completed this game that I'd be able to remember the ending of it, but I don't think I did, so I need to go back and play this. But yeah, Zelda Link to the Past, did I say that right? I did. Link to the Past. Amazing games. Everybody should know what the game is at the end of the day, but it's absolutely up there with one of the best games ever made. Now, the next game in the collection, the fourth game to be added to my Super Famicom collection, is another RPG. For me, back in the day, it was up there with the previous game, Zelda, but it is Secret of Mana 2. Secret Mana 2 is one of these games I've got. It's called Seiken Dentetsu 2 or something like that in Japan. But it's one of these games that I've got massive memories of playing. But you can see there, nice box art. Even the back of it as well is really nice. The mana tree, I think that is on the front, with the 3 characters on the back. And this box, it's not as good condition as Zelda, but well, Zelda's in better condition, but I think it's good enough. It's decent actually. I'm quite happy with it, but really happy I had this game in the collection. It's one of these games that I remember playing a lot back in the day. It's probably one of the very earliest games that I remember having to grind in. I certainly remember some weird bit with wolves and bridges on a certain screen, and I remember in particular I had a whip, I think it was at the time, and I had to keep coming back in and out of the screen and killing these creatures and kill those creatures so I could level up. I was obviously having issues with what was just a little bit further on in the game, but the music to this game is absolutely amazing. Really makes it as well for me, and it's a 3-player game as well, which is a little bit peculiar, hence the 3 characters on the back. But you can either play single player I should say, and I think the other 2 characters are controlled by computer. A computer controls them. But yeah, the manual as well, it's a similar story to the Zelda one actually. Again, this is in really good condition. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, it's a bit awkward for me to do this, but look, it's just you can't see that, but you get the idea. It's quite thick manual. It goes into everything in quite a bit of depth by the looks of it, in non-English writing. It's even got all the enemies and whatnot, and items as well. Look at that, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, all the different items, which is pretty cool. The carriage unfortunately looks a bit plain and boring, but it is what it is. But again, this is good condition. But like Zelda, I suppose, like Link to the Past, and like so many other games for the Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, there's loads and loads that I want to go back and play. And this, like I said, this got so many really good memories for me. The music's a big part of it. And like I said, there's very few games that I remember, like I mentioned, grinding in and out of that certain screen. Even the first sort of mini boss, is it a praying mantis thing? At the start of the game, the music for that, the fast hectic music in it, it's in my head, and it has been since I originally played this game. But I want to get the 3rd one as well, as I've never played it, just out of sheer curiosity. But yeah, Secret of Mana 2 or Seiken Densetsu 2. I mumbled that on purpose because I cannot speak Japanese. But another one really glad to have to the collection. So that is game number 3, Zelda: Link to the Past. I think it's something Goddess or something like that it's called in Japan. I could Google it and let you know, but I don't know. And then game number 4 to the collection is Secret of Mana 2. Two awesome games that I think should be in anybody's collection. And like I said in the previous video, if you're thinking, oh, how can you play them, you can't read them, etc. Obviously, for those of you who aren't aware, I do have a Retron 5, and that's how I play a lot of my cartridge games, just for sheer convenience. I do play them with original controllers, but obviously you can translate the games using patches and whatnot. But two great games that I'm really happy to have to add to my collection. They were up there on the top of my list basically when I thought I'm going to start collecting Super Famicom games. I nearly lost my words there. That's it, guys, short and sweet, another 2 games to add to the collection. As always from me though, thank you much for watching. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Please make sure you join me in the next episode. We'll see what other 2 games that I add to the collection. There's so many awesome games out there, and what I find actually is a lot of games are maybe Western, really popular games, like proper westernized games, if that makes sense, are really expensive to buy over in Japan and boxed. I don't know if it's because I don't know if they just weren't very popular over there or whatnot, and there are still a couple of really expensive box games over in Japan as well. Your commonly expensive titles, I suppose. But that's it. Like I said, guys, please remember to like, please feel free to comment, and please make sure you join me in episode 3 of the Super Fami-Quest and see what other games I add to the collection. But for me, guys, thank you much for watching again, and I'll catch you next time.
Do you have a monkey in your pants?